is an elephant.
Hello. Go get y'all drinks. Let everybody know I'm sipping tonight. I am sipping. Y'all got your drinks? I'm going to give you a few minutes to get your drinks. Get it together. Because we are going to talk today. Okay, baby girl. But it might have to be email me first. Because I'm not taking too much more with the holiday coming up. So email me. Or, yeah, because otherwise Instagram, I don't see it as much here. Me and this darn microphone mutant, we just really gonna have a problem. How's everybody doing? Hey, Rose, let me turn this music down. Hey, Rosie. Hey, Kaza. Hey, Mystical. Hello, everybody that's here. Gemini. I don't even have the energy to mess with you tonight. Child, how is this? Okay, baby. How is everybody doing on this full moon night? Let everybody know that I'm sipping. Gemini up here looking in the darn camera. Hey, Bluewood, how's it going? Hey, Chanel King. So for those of you made an iced coffee at 10 o'clock. That's not the kind of drink I'm talking about. That is not the kind of drink I'm talking about. Now, don't knock my drink over. We're going to have a problem. Every once in a while, I will sip a little bit while we here and talk to you. You know, sometimes I just got to be real. Hey, Amber. Hey. You know, sometimes I just got to be real with it. And sometimes this full moon, I do real good at the new moons. But the full moon sometimes, y'all, sends me into a whole nother stratosphere. It really does. And I don't know if it does that for anybody else. I don't know if it does that for anybody else, but it does it to me. It sends me in a whole new stratosphere. You know, we can be high vibrational, and I might pull some cards for y'all that showed up not knowing what in God's name I was going to talk about. So I'm not going to sit here and say, for those of you, before anybody gets on their high horse, okay, like, oh my goodness, she's drinking. Don't get on the high horse. Let me tell you something. I am human just like you. Now, if you don't drink, that's on you. That's cool. I don't have nothing to say. If you don't drink or you don't smoke or you whatever, whatever floats your boat, you feel me? Like whatever. But I occasionally do. And today was one of those days where I was just like, no, what we got here? Y'all, I'm gonna drop the link because we're gonna chat a little bit. Starla says she can count on 3 days before the full moon. I start feeling it hardcore. Yes, honey. Yes. And by today and the full moon's in its full effect tomorrow. It's at its zenith tomorrow night at 8:30 hour central. I have to look to make sure. So I'm just like, it goes from one extreme to the other. That's why we had the thumbnail. Like 1 minute everything is like woohoo. The next minute I'm like, you know what, you're not finna play with me. Wait, people judge for sipping a little wine. Well, they'll judge you, trust me, because if you are in the community, now this could be either, it doesn't matter, Christian or whatever, even in the conscious community, the wine isn't a problem. But I'm not sipping wine tonight. I am having Jack and Coke. For those of you that are wondering, Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola, because it's been a day. Okay? It's been a mother trucking day. So, and not like it's been a horrible day or anything like that. I don't want anybody to feel like it's been a horrible day. But it's just been one of those very trying days, and the energy is just going all over. What you say? What did Mystical say? I'm not drinking alone. That's right. See, there you go. I ain't drinking alone. Sick of, right? We just sick of the whole darn thing. Or you feel sick, or you feel sick of everything. Because you feeling vulnerable. Let's talk about this darn full moon. Oh, honey, why y'all? A heavy loss. Oh no, I wasn't coming on for that. No, child. Wait a minute. See, I love the cheers. No, yeah, okay. Here, y'all. Cheers it. LOL. Listen. Oh, honey. Oh, yes. Cheers to Rosie. You got a cold. Girl, get you some Jack. Get some whiskey. Hot toddy. Get some whiskey. Child, you know what? Let me tell you something about them darn Rona numbers. Ooh, I'm gonna get in trouble. I should have made this a darn members only. I just want y'all to look something up. I want y'all to look worldwide at the Rona numbers versus the jab. I'm gonna hook y'all up on a little something. There you go. The edibles. There you go. If I had some, I'd be doing that. Oh shoot. Well, if you have some peppermint oil, that'll help you. If you have some oregano oil, put it in a little bit of that on the bottom of your feet. If you don't have any of that, good old Vicks Vapor Rub, child, on the bottom of your feet and on your chest. Get it right on out. And use a neti pot and get this mess out up here. Or the squeezy thing. Let me tell you something. This full moon has, and I know I haven't even talked, I've been so out of it, we haven't even talked about the astrology of the full moon. We ain't even discussed the astrologies of the full moon. The astrologies of the full moon, do I got the darn? Yeah, I'm showing the heck you do. Here, y'all. Let's look at this right fast. Because this is tomorrow at 8:30 at the fullness of the full moon. So hold on. Let me share this with you. Let me rapid taste. Hold on. Chrome tab. Hopefully y'all can see that. Yep. So I can't draw on this one. This isn't the kind I can draw on. But what I can tell you is this. You see over here, I know you probably can't, but where Neptune is, he's sitting here in Pisces, is squaring the moon and the sun, which means you're going to be susceptible potentially to falling in these like big waves, big hills, big valleys. Things are going to appear like it's serious and it really ain't. People are going to, you're going to be a little bit more susceptible to like the fear mongering that's going on. People are going to try to make a big deal out of things that ain't a big deal. You know, you got to really watch it and watch what you take in. Because I'm telling you, a lot of the stuff that they're putting out here, you got to pay attention to how the story changes. And don't sleep down here. We got Mercury coming in hot up to Venus and Pluto that are still conjunct. Now, at this point, Venus is stationary retrograde, right? So in a little past, now it's sitting there because it's going to come back. So it's not going to leave Pluto alone for a hot second, which means that there's a lot of jockeying for position. There's a lot of power plays going on in our personal life and in the global scene as well. And let's not forget we got a trine happening here with Mercury in Capricorn and Uranus in retrograde up here in Taurus, and then also that is squaring Saturn. There's a lot of jockeying for position, for power to overtake us as a human race, right? And there's a lot there is your mind playing tricks on you, and I'll tell you why your mind is playing tricks on you. Your mind is stuck in the third dimension. Okay, so all of this stuff they've been pumping into our psyche is kind of now coming to a head. And it's a lot of, I'm gonna tell you something else. You're gonna see a lot of distractions happening too. We're gonna see a lot more distractions happening. We've got Mars squaring Jupiter over here in Aquarius. If you can like aggressively come out of this and say, you know what, I'm not playing y'all's game. Y'all are not gonna have me running around here getting punch cards for jabs. Y'all not gonna have me not able to live a life. Y'all not gonna have me, hold up in my house. You see what I'm saying? Like, can we call a spade, which is a spade? The latest Greek alphabet letter that has popped up on the scene. Did y'all pay attention to the fact that over there in the southern part of Africa, where it's supposedly came from, they always want to blame in Africa for stuff. Some of y'all that on here ain't old enough to remember that they blamed AIDS on Africa. Monkeys. They said we was over there having relations with monkeys, and that's how AIDS got started. Now, let's not, if y'all think I'm lying, I want you to go back historically. I'm not, I'm old enough to know. Now, anyway, keep it moving. What they say now, they said over there that, this is just mild. This is nothing. But see, people are hip to the fact that, listen, you done stuck me 20 million times, told me I couldn't go to work, can't go to the doctor, can't go to this, can't do that, can't do the other. And now, for whatever reason, people are like, okay, well, miss me with this because it's not doing anything. It don't keep me from catching the coof. It don't keep me from doing it. So what is the point? And now you want me to have 3 and 4 and 5? Pretty soon it's gonna be the frequent flyer miles. What they gonna give away next? I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. You can't tell me this is as bad as a polio virus or some other, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Quit playing. Quit playing in our faces. So what they have to do is now they have to say, ooh, the cases. There's so much coof. But you can't even, y'all, let me tell you something. No, I agree with you, Rosie. I'm just saying that they said, since they were the first ones to quote unquote identify it, they said, well, this ain't nothing. I saw 50 million doctors from over there say that this ain't nothing. And it's been ain't nothing, this latest one, that this latest Greek letter they decided to use, which, by the way, mathematically is used as a placeholder. So it really means nothing. I'm just saying. Anyway, my point is this, is that you gonna keep on saying, oh, we've got this kind now, and this kind now, and this kind now. But your little test that you use admittedly can't tell the difference between the coof and the flu. Look it up, y'all. I'm not lying. They're not supposed to have that particular test out until they can actually tell the difference until February. So how in the hell are you telling me what who has what? And how the hell you know what this is, that this is this kind and not the other kind? Some people are stupid. They need to all go back to high school. Yes, they want us depressed and isolated because let me tell you something. When we are together as a collective and we're happy and we're vibrant, the energy that we emit overpowers everything else. They did this at the beginning, when like the awakening was just like really gaining steam. They didn't know what to test for, honey, back then. They could miss me. Exactly. Our vibration is raised. What they were not counting on is that we would figure out, you can't stop this. We will connect no matter what. We will connect with one another because energy knows no time nor space. But if you are wondering why it seems like people are just in this crazy psychosis, and yeah, I can show it to you in the stars, but think about, I literally, in a matter of 24 hours, less than that, 2 hours, there'll be one article that comes out and it's like, oh, it's really not that bad, everything is fine, da 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 da. And then next thing you know, the next set of news articles that comes out is, oh my God, the sky's falling, everything's going, oh my God. Go get stuck. Because you're being mean to grandma. When in actuality, my lovelies, when you get stuck, you become a juice manufacturer. So if you're wondering why the latest letter in the Greek alphabet, and you can check my numbers, is showing up 73% of the time amongst those that have drunk the juice, as they're saying. That's because they're the manufacturers thereof. I was saying this last year in February. As soon as I saw February, March, as soon as I saw the molecular structure, I knew that it was. Yeah, I had it before they named it too. You see what I'm saying? So you hear all these different things, and the problem is that we have become, not we here, but a good chunk of them have become so accustomed to listening to like the media that's supposed to be able to be trusted. And you just take whatever is said to you as gospel truth. Oh, it's on TV, so it must be true. What? Oh, I read it on such and such a news, yada yada, skippy, must be true. Must be true. What? And then when there's double talk out here, people are just like, well, no, it's and when you try to explain this to people, like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. How is it in countries where 90+% of the people have drunk the juice that's supposed to keep them, right, from falling prey to the coof, that the incidences of coof have risen exponentially. There's no way that less than 10% of a population, any population, can be causing that. But we have suspended logic and instead chosen to give our power over to people, which is exactly what they want. They want your energy. They want your power. They want your fear. They want you to comply. Because then when they tell you to go jump off of a bridge, you'll do it. Then when they tell you your neighbor needs to go to a hotel, they'll do it. You'll do it. You'll report your neighbor. And they honestly think that it means that much to people. They think that it means that much to people to go out to eat. Mother trucker, that part. That part. Yeah, it is hurting. Oh, God. This is my problem, right? Like, a while ago, I unplugged. A while ago, I realized that the very people that would show up into the church pulpits every 2 or 4 years saying they were going to do all this, that, and the third wasn't going to do a god darn thing for no mother but themselves. Okay? Wow. What are they doing to the Kroger employees? Yep, Ariel is divide and conquer. But that's what they've been doing. So see, we get divided on racial issues. We get divided on between men and women. We get divided on sexuality. We get divided because of politics. There is now it's divided. Oh! You ain't you ain't drunk the juice. Well, I'm not fixing to. I'm not fixing to. I'm not drinking the juice. Advanced standing masters. Wow, Chanel. And see, what I don't understand is, yep, the censorship is. What I don't understand is how. I do understand. Let me not even say that mess. What they doing to the Kroger people? $50. Wow. They're adding a surcharge for something that is a 99.99% survival rate. You can miss me. You can miss me with that. I don't know what this means, Rosie, so we'll have to talk about that off here. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure that out. I don't know. We'll talk about that offline. Because I'm not sure how I'm gonna say that without saying it. Anyway, let's get back to why I feel like this is really, this is showing us this level of delusion and why we have to be careful. Remember, I told y'all, I think I said it at the new moon, but I'm gonna remind you at what this Pisces and Neptune with all this squaring going on, and with it also kind of sextiling Uranus here, and sextiling Pluto and Venus. I would look for kind of religious or spiritual or moral standing beliefs, like your beliefs, like persecution due to your beliefs. A lot of times we'll look at it in astrology as simply, oh my, is it changing too? Hold on, I had to look at that north node. Wow, my God, today. So the north, all of this is happening while the north and south node axes is moving into Gemini. My God. Okay, sorry, that was like a news flash for me. A lot of times we see that Neptunian like aspect from aspecting within its home, right, in Pisces. We'll talk about that being like just strictly religious, because Pisces tends to be the sign for religion, like the salvation type message, that kind of stuff. But I'm going to call it spiritual period, or just beliefs. So if your beliefs are not going with what the ruling class wishes for it to be, and what the herd mentality is just like, oh my God, oh yes, then I would, that's why we're seeing that. Everybody thought it was all cool in the game when there was censorship going on, when people didn't like Mean Tweet Man. Everybody thought it was cool then when it was Mean Tweet Man. Everybody thought it was cool then when there was a misappropriation or a misstatement as to, or a misrepresentation as to what was being said by certain groups of people. Everybody was like, oh my God, no, we have to stop all the hate speech. But what people didn't understand, and I kept saying this, but nobody wants to hear it then, I kept saying it, and I've said this since the 80s, since the 90s. When the KKK wanted to come and have a rally, like very close to Northwestern University, and they were like, no, we can't do that. You cannot bar somebody's free speech if it is not inciting a riot, okay? Or something like that. Like physically, right? Like yelling fire, causing a stampede, whatever. Because the minute I impede on your free speech, because my think is where it should be. One day what I think and what I believe might not be what everybody else wants. It might not be the group think everybody wants. We support you here, Chanel. We support you. Hey, Ceresia. I'm very sorry, Chanel, you had to make that choice. They lost a brilliant young mind. So this might not be easy for some people to understand, to hear. But this is the truth. When you begin to censor somebody else just because it makes you uncomfortable or offended, you have to remember that one day the way you think or what you want to say might just be the thing that gets censored. And so this has been a slow boiling pot. This has been a slow boiling pot of a little bit of our rights taken away, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, until now it's a mass power grab. Now it's a mass power grab. And I'm gonna tell you something. If I was living in New York City, I'd be out so fast you couldn't even your goddamn head would spin, child. I'd be to call every person I knew, every family member that was west of there. Can I come stay? I'd pack my laptop up and be like, yo, job, I'm out. Like, I'm gonna work remote from now on. Deuces. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us. Very good, Keza. Otherwise, girl, I tell you, come on over here to Wisconsin. It's just as cold. You be all right. But what I feel like we need to do is we need to start, us in the conscious community, or us in the community period, needs to start our own grocery stores, businesses, restaurants, schools that are juice free. Let me tell you something else. All these darn degrees, don't get me wrong, education, I think is fabulous. But at the end of the day, the way the economy is, and unless something drastically changes the way it's going to be, it's not gonna make a hill of beans bit of difference. I don't get to the East Coast as often as I should. Now, if y'all stop acting a fool out there, I'll come on out. But y'all want people masked up, juiced up. Child. Can't mess with you. Now, when this blows over, let me show you something else. This other thing. Now, I know this is not technically what we're supposed to be talking about, but I'm going to talk about it now anyway. Y'all need this. I am not a financial advisor, and I'm not a medical physician. Now, what I will say is this, though. This little lineup here, we've been talking about it for a minute, gives me economic issues tease. So if you do have gold or silver, any type of precious metal, I would say gemstones, not diamonds. Diamonds are actually not really worth anything. That's a manufactured value. Gemstones, real gemstones, or real sapphires, real rubies. You know what I'm saying? The real ones. Those are going to be worth. Those will retain value. Real like aquamarines and stuff like that. Because this Pluto here, this Pluto Venus dance that's doing, and then here comes Mercury. Mercury, remember we're in Gemini, so we don't know which twin. So right now y'all getting the I'm fed up and I'm over it twin. Okay, you might get the happy twin in a little bit. I'm not sure. I'll let you know before she comes back into the building. But right now you have over it twin. Okay. But that darn Mercury it's coming up there fast, coming in hot. Tattletale. Mercury is a snitch. Yes, I said it. Mercury is a snitch. Complete snitch. Oh, hey, Facebook user. Unfortunately, over here, I can't see who you are. So just give us your name. Maybe you did, but we can't see your name over here. I got to figure out why Restream won't show me y'all's name. Yes, you should have a retreat. Yes. Clearly, I need to come to New Jersey. But so if you have, I would start getting it now. I would start, if you don't have any, start getting some gold and silver. You can go to this place called the Great American Coin Company, I think it's called. I don't get paid by them. You can go there and buy it. Okay? Buy yourself some precious metals, buy yourself some real gemstones. Because with the amount of money that we are printing, it's no. Everything stated in this video is opinion and interpretation. I am not a medical doctor, nor am I a financial advisor. Please consult both or your doctor, a doctor that knows what the hell they're talking about, and a financial advisor that knows what the hell they're talking about for such advice. Thanks everybody for being here and listening to my rant tonight. I haven't even gotten a quarter way through my drink, so we're gonna have a little bit more fun here tonight. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Or you might not want to share this video, but you can. You can. You can. Yeah, the pot is boiling. The pot is boiling. We're printing. There's so much as far as the U.S. dollar. There's so much in circulation right now. It's my Star Wars Monopoly set upstairs that money is worth more right now, or will be very soon. So be very careful. The inflation is going crazy. It's going to go a little bit crazier. I do think, though. Cheers again. Cheers. I do think that put it this way, we're coming up to a pivotal point by the middle of January. Either something drastic in the positive or something drastic in the crash or something along those lines is going to happen. But people, we're not going to take it. Worldwide, we're not going to take it. There are protests going on all over Europe right now. They're fighting back. They're in Australia right now. They're not taking it. They're not taking it. I saw people standing their ground in New York. You know, I see people standing their ground in California. Around these here parts in Wisconsin, keep playing. We not playing with y'all. Don't come around here with that BS. We not for the bullshit. There's only one county in the whole goddamn state that makes you wear a face diaper. Italy too. Yep. I think even on Greyhound, they are requiring masks, I think. But I know that Amtrak, companies are now like basically saying, listen, we're not going to have these. And this has got to continue to go through our court system, but it's gonna take companies standing up and saying, listen, OSHA, I don't even have faith in our judicial system on the whole right now. I don't have faith in them, not that I ever really did, but they're not upholding the Constitution either. And this is what we're seeing. Like, I'm not upset about it. I'm over it. So if we're gonna look at my thumbnail, we over it. I'm in the over it mood right now. So I'm just letting y'all know I'm not upset. I'm over it. This is just what it is. Like, a lot of people have made a lot of poor choices, and this is where we're at. So, and if you, by poor choices, this is what I mean. If you wish to do whatever you wish to do medically, that's your business. My issue is mandating it. My issue is forcing it. That's my issue. Because you technically don't even have to be immunized as a child to be in school. And anybody that tells you that is like the way it is, it's not. You have medical exemptions. They're making them show it everywhere. So what I mean is we have to decide what is more important. The Constitution, right? Is our own autonomy and right to choose more important than the coof. That's it. You know, I have family members that have drank the juice, but they're not saying, well, oh, well, you know, they're very much against forcibly drinking juice as well. You see what I'm saying? So that's my issue. Now, when I say people making poor choices, I mean our judges, feel that, you know, any law enforcement that enforces what's not a law and what is unconstitutional, poor choice. Poor choice. People that are choosing not to like read between the lines and see what's really being said. Like, have y'all been paying attention to the producers at CNN? Like, 2 now producers at CNN have harmed children in unspeakable ways or sought to do that or watched it. 2! You got now the Chris Cuomo thing, he should have got fired. Why? You don't get to sit here and intimidate an alleged victim that has filed a complaint against your brother. I don't care who your brother. Listen, do I understand why he did it? I do. But investigating somebody is one thing. Taking it to the point where you are literally getting your colleagues to put undue pressure on this particular individual, allegedly, and then try to force this person to change their story, that's a problem. Now, Don Lemon's crazy behind. Listen, him and Juicy, that was just, bro, listen. The Popo is coming. They don't believe a word you saying. That's all that was. Now, I'm going to tell you what God loved. If I knew somebody and I knew that the police didn't believe their story, I might call them up too and say, bro, cuz, listen, I don't know what you was telling him. I know it was just a story you made up like on the fly. I get it. It was late at night. I understand you had been smoking that good. I get it. But they don't believe a word you just said. So you might want to try to get that story straight. I'm telling you, they coming for you now. You didn't hear that from me. But I'm letting you know, I'm giving you the heads up. All right? Back. Now I'm going to tell her. Now, y'all can't lie to me and tell me, is y'all even looking? Y'all ain't listening to the word I'm saying now. I'm going to let the chat just go. Yeah, y'all over here talking real serious, and I'm over here talking about Juicy smell like. So Don should keep his job. I was trying to lighten up the mood, y'all. What happened to the CPS director? Shut the front door. You mean Child Protective Services? Hold on. Let's go to the interwebs. This is a different show tonight. This is the kind of shows I would, you know what, I would rather talk about some of this stuff sometimes, but I know it doesn't. California head of CPS resignation. Ooh, let's look at the LA Times, child. Let's look at the LA Times. Here we go. Let's share it. Chrome tab. Here we go. They call it DCFS over there. Can y'all see this? This is from the Los Angeles Times. LA County, DCFS, again at crossroads, as another director departs amid child passing. Oh, is this her here? Oh no, she's talking about the passing of her great grandson. My God, today. The sudden resignation of Bobby Cagle as head of the Los Angeles County's Department of Children and Family Services this week caps a tumultuous period for the nation's largest child protection agency and will force county leaders to grapple with major policy questions around how social workers respond to reports of abuse and neglect and choose to intervene in families. DCFS faces mounting scrutiny following a series of highly publicized passings and uh, injuries to children on its watch, including a 4-year-old boy in foster care who was hospitalized in a coma last month. The agency is still contending with the effects of the COVID pandemic when teachers and other mandatory reporters have far less contact with children, and court closures led to skyrocketing backlog in cases. See what that did? It basically created a situation where now was so much more DV and harming of children and things like that because there was nobody to see what was going on. Because even if you had virtual school, you had it for 10 seconds, and the teacher half the time wasn't there no way. And Cagle's exit, which takes effect on December 31st, comes as county leaders and an array of civic groups have intensified calls for DCFS to address racial and ethnic disparities. Here we go. See, here's the division part, guys, including an overrepresentation of Black children in foster care. Why? Although 7.5% of children in LA County are Black, they account for more than 27% of children in foster care. Why? Why is that? We can't take care of our kids. Somebody talk to me. They never talk about the disappearance of over 200,000 kids per year. Yup. Human is the second largest criminal organization in the world, but radio silence. And let me tell you something. And people ain't checking on them either. Nope, they ain't checking on them kids. Let me tell you something. A lot of those people thought that 45 was a horrible person, horrible leader for saying you had to stay on the other side of the border and get checked out. Because what happens, y'all, is once you open up those floodgates, then these people, they'll sell their children. Y'all remember them? Okay, I'm going to tell y'all something. My God, today, we're going to talk about the melanin in our skin, which is why they want it so bad. I'm going to tell y'all something. What was I just fixing to say? The people coming across. Okay, y'all remember that during the debates, they were talking about these 435 children that supposedly were here and their parents, we were keeping them from their parents. Y'all remember that? And everybody was in a goddamn uproar because there was 435 kids that was not with their parents. Y'all remember that? Let me know if you remember it. Put a 1 in here if you remember it. What y'all may or may not have known. I'm not going to assume what y'all know, what y'all don't know. So I'm just going to tell you. What came out and didn't get nearly the publicity was the fact that they had indeed located a vast majority, 75 to 85% of those parents in Central America and Southern Mexico, if I remember correctly. And they had been able to find these parents. The parents said, we already sold our child. They sold their child, and the deal was they were going to get brought up here and then moved around and used by adults. Moved around and used by adults. So, miss me with the keeping people on one side of the border, because what it does is it allows us to make sure that we don't have these people that are less than scrupulous coming across our borders like we do now. Because once they get across the border and they file for asylum, then they basically, and they all they have to do is like, there's one little phrase they can use. I heard it before. Now I can't remember it. God darn it! I hate that when I can't do that. But they use this specific type of phrase, and what happens is they end up losing track of these people, even though they know that they're known gang members. Most law enforcement agencies don't have the resources, Ariel. You're exactly right. And the other thing is that with these children are getting snatched so that they can be placed into, we'll just call it an underground railroad that ain't going to freedom. That happens much more than you think of. It'll happen like when they're little, it'll happen for other like disgusting reasons. When they're teenagers, like a runaway or something, you won't find them a lot of times because they'll end up on the in the adult film industry. Yep. We gonna go here tonight? This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Y'all, I'm taking this live down, so y'all better enjoy it while you see it. Let me tell y'all something else. I'm gonna talk about shipping organs around. Where do you think they get all these stem cells from? Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say, how can I put this? I believe in a woman's right to choose. I also believe, though, that before you make that choice, that you should chat, if you know the person, that you should chat with the other counterpart that created that life. What I don't agree with is using that as a form of birth control. Okay? That's what I don't agree with. However, it has become such an industry. And the reason for that is so they can get, and the reason why they were really still okay. Now, this was back in the 90s that they stopped this. 90s? But in the 90s, some of y'all old enough to know, they were allowing terminations of pregnancies all the way up through 6 months. Six months can be a viable, like, incubator you can live. This is why they try to stretch it to the last possible time. Rosie, I don't know if I can completely agree with that they have the resources. I think that they should get pensions. I mean, they should have good health care. They should have even better mental health care. I think that there needs to be more training on how to look for signs of somebody that's in trouble. Okay. Both in a DV and I've been snatched, a child that's been snatched from the home situation. There needs to be much more training in that on what to look like. You saw that with the Gabby Petito case. But you see that all the time. Like that one was just made a big deal out of. Like I see police officers all the time. Unfortunately, they're just not well trained enough to know. Like I can tell that this woman is in trouble and that she's too afraid to say something. They can't. When I mentioned Northern and Jupiter and Church, do I think it points to more info coming out? I think that we're going to have scandals coming out about, and I think it goes across all denominations and or non-denominations. You are going to see much more scandal come out. The other thing, when you see a Venus Pluto conjunction, is that also signifies to me there are adult themed, oh hell, I might as well say it, I already blew the rest of this whole live. There are definitely sexual secrets that could potentially come out. Now, we had an opportunity to do that in this Maxwell trial, or farce, or play, because this here was just ridiculous. Yes, this is what they do. They take the women's ID and then yep. And, you know, if it's a child or it's a teenager that has an identification, it will be amazing. But my question is, well, it might be the case for you guys. I don't know. I just know here they're not getting good enough training. Yeah, I know. Right, and they did all that for blackmail. I know. But still, it was done. So what's done is done. And that's also not just for blackmail. I mean, people do that to sell their soul. What was I going to say? What will be interesting is when this information comes out about some of people's favorite folks, I wonder if they're going to believe it. You know, I used to think that they'd believe it, like about their stars, you know, about their favorite stars, movie stars, or music, you know, stars, or whatever celebrity it was. But I have to wonder now, like when I watch and see how people don't believe anything and don't pay the frick attention to what's really happening, and they don't see that they're getting 5 different stories about the same situation, like with the coup and stuff. I don't know that they're going to believe it. I don't know that they're going to believe it. I really don't. I really question the minds of people. You have four witnesses. Let me tell y'all something else about that trial. We have talked about everything tonight. Let me tell you something else about that trial. So you have 4 witnesses. You only bring up charges on carting minors across borders and such, right? The distribution of minors. One of the people that you have testifying wasn't even a minor when it happened to her. What? Not only did they only have 4 witnesses, like actual victims, of a countless number, but they redact everything, so we can't see it because we're just so fragile. We can't see it. Heaven forbid, just the commoners know these things. And then, did y'all know the defense rest today? They only presented 2 days worth of their own evidence. This woman been locked the fuck up since, for how long? 2 years? Behind bars. And this trial lasts 8 days? Y'all better stop playing in my mother face. Jenny against her church. I was unbelievable. 10K to attend what? What kind of church was that it cost you 10K to attend? Was that Church of Scientology, child? Was that the Scientology peoples? Was that the Tom Cruise peoples? Child, let me tell you something. There is this YouTube channel. Oh, let me show this again. There's this YouTube channel called Investigation Celebrity, I think. Child, let me tell you something. There's all these code words for, like, if somebody catches the coof, but is not symptomatic, then they're cooperating. If they catch the coof and they're symptomatic and end up in the hospital, symptomatic, then they're getting picked up, or they're talking to them, or they're under investigation. If they like there's different levels, but if they all of a sudden die from the coof, it's because they was doing things with children they ain't had no business doing. So check her out. She's a sister. But they rested their case today. Old girl didn't take the stand. Old girl didn't take the stand. Let me tell you something. Jussie was the damn fool. Jussie should have just pled, just took the deal and kept it pushing. So if he goes up the river, that's just for being stupid. Now that's how I look at it. Like I've always said this. There should be a jail sentence just for being fucking stupid. Okay. Sorry, y'all, if that offends y'all's me cursing. Since August 2018. So this woman been locked up for 2 years, and you can only mount a 2-day defense for her, and a 6-day, maybe it was 10 days total, I don't even know, a 6 to 8 day prosecution and a 2-day defense. Y'all get that. If y'all don't stop playing in my face, CJD, I'm trying to find out, was this the Scientologist? Some spiritual church. Child, tell me who this is. Tell me. I only heard about the Scientologist charging that. Now, you know what, though? The Jehovah's Witnesses, I heard, do too. And I don't know about the Latter-day Saints. John Douglas. Well, hell, we here now. Oh, I didn't look up that sheriff. There's a lot about this John Douglas White who evidently murked somebody. 187 on the motherfucker. Okay, hold on. A Bethlehem Baptist? Child, I need more than just a John Douglas. What would he say? Mandatory super sentencing. That's what I'm talking about. Who else beside I am? Yup, Kamala and Corey. Stupid. They need to get locked up too. Your Honor, the government is not proving this case beyond a reasonable doubt, so there's no reason for me to testify. Exactly. That's what she said. And honestly, let me tell you something. Honestly, if I was her, considering what was said, now I don't know what those pictures show. We're not allowed to know all the names in that black book, but from what I'm understanding, there's a lot of names y'all really ain't ready for. I'm just saying. What this is? Somehow connected to related. Yes, they are. That there he she. I think she's trans, which I don't care, but I'm just saying. I think she's trans. Was appointed by Obama, 44. And then the prosecutor is Comey. Remember Comey, the ex head of the FBI. That's his daughter. Hey, you and your feelings, what's going on? You had to update what? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Yeah, no problem. And what sheriff got arrested today? CJD, what sheriff? Oh, you talking about my hair? Thank you. I'm really, I was very unsure of it. Let me tell you something. Oh, wait. Let me tell you something. Yeah, she'll probably get off with time served, if anything. So I just got it done yesterday. It's still no day before. No, a couple days ago. Anyway, it's been a few days. Anyway, and so it's still gotta like work its way out. I had me a little. I reopened my holes in my ears, and I had me a little hoop. You know, I was looking real Beyonce. And but I'm not used to wearing earrings anymore, so now I gotta go find some nice hypoallergenic ghetto earrings. Is that like too much to ask for? Hypoallergenic because I have sensitive ears and ghetto earrings. I want y'all to help me out. Can y'all help me out with that, ladies? Not saying y'all ladies wear ghetto earrings. I'm not in, but you know, sometimes I don't care how educated and how, whatever we are. Sometimes we want to be a little ghetto. There's nothing wrong with it. There are. Okay, good. Okay, all right. Okay, good. So would you say this woman, she gonna have to live in a safe house? No, she didn't tell nobody. She didn't say nothing. I'm gonna tell you why. Well, first of all, the other one really ain't gone on and transitioned. Let's just say that. But that other one, Epstein was finna tell. Epstein was fixing to tell. They were gonna set him up and let him take the fall for everything. And he was like, "Oh no, 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 no. This heifer, she ain't said a word. She ain't finna. She'll be alright. You wear ghetto earrings? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, we got some of my sisters in here that wear ghetto earrings. So y'all gotta tell me the stores I can go to. I need a few big hoops that I can wear while I have my hair. What does she call these lemonade braids? So while I could wear with my lemonade, this is a completely different thing for me, y'all. Seems like it's braided up, child. Very different. Large door knocker earrings. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Put the word, Lisa. You try to send me clean off. You try to send me clean off. I am. Girl, I'm getting asked to speak on at large summits, and I'm gonna have some door knockers with Lisa on it. Child, I'm gonna get some with like cancer symbol in it. Some big old crab earrings. What is this now? Right. Yep. And she got sworn in. She got confirmed this past Wednesday. That's why they took a break Tuesday through Thursday this week. So she is now a U.S. District Court of Appeals. So that was the favor for making sure that none of the names got out. Thank you, dear. Thanks, Miss Keza. Thank you, CJD. Thank you, Rosie. Girl, we'll have to have a talk when it's just I can't. Certain people can't handle that. Um, you wear the beauty, girl. I can't mess with the. I was wearing beauty supply store ones. Hurt, hurt. There you go, Keza. You gonna make them now? Make the door knocker earrings with the zodiac signs. There you go. Which list did you? Oops, I didn't know you could do that. I can't wear them because of the nickel. Exactly. Which list did you see? Because there was the list that had the flight list, and then somebody else managed to get another 700 names. Um, yeah, I might go to Claire's or something. No, I'm not good like that. I don't know. I'm not artistic. I'll put them on my website. I'll put them everywhere. We'll sell the mess out of them. I can't make them. I am not artistic. I will market the hell out of them. They'll be in every box when people sign up to come and be a part of Lightworker Academy. And they're, if they are female or identify as female, whatever, and they got the ears pierced, we'll throw them in there. That'll be the signature. The only earrings I used to be able to wear were made by Leah Sophia. Yep. Big music. Top elite. All right, I'm going to go to Amazon. It is frustrating because I can't wear the cutesy earrings. See, there you go, cousin. Yeah, I think I could 18 or 24. I can go 18. 10. I could do silver, sterling silver. Or if they have what is it? Titanium? Can't remember what it is. But there's a certain, like, if they have a certain type of post, I can wear it. CMA International. Did you find the extra 700 names that accidentally got released? Yeah. You boycotted Amazon. Amazon be playing in my face. Yeah, sterling silver I can wear. Okay. What else are we going to talk about? Yeah, there were 700 more names. There's more flight logs than what we saw a while back. Many more. Many more. Yep, sterling silver. I don't know about 925 silver. I don't know nothing about no 925 silver. I haven't been wearing earrings in so long. I was so happy that the hole wasn't that closed. Right. So there's a whole nother, and I gotta find out what little group. It wasn't a little group. It was they had requested the information under the Freedom of Information, so it was a FOIA request. Was it BuzzFeed? And they and the FAA had refused it, and then they had requested some other flight logs, and whoever it was accidentally sent them these names, child. Yup. 700. Like, Chris Rock was on that list. That's what I remember my son said. He was so heartbroken because Chris Rock was on there. Who else was on there? Because y'all know Kanye on the original list, as well as Bay and the '03 Bonnie and Clyde. Oprah was on that list. My thoughts on the island and the Egyptian building symbolism. Well, what we have to remember is all symbolism that is of light can be used for dark and for shadow purposes because polarity exists. So the same way that we would use Egyptian symbolism and the power of the pyramid and the power of sacred geometry, in a way that is of the light, they will use it for their own purposes. And the power in the Hermeticism and the power in the pyramid and the power in the geometry and the power that the invoking specific deities or their power or unlocking that, really very specifically in the geometry, because the alchemy that the Egyptian priests, priestesses, pharaohs, and their queens could do was bar none. It was at its height, at its zenith, much more powerful than anything. And still today, there are a lot of things. There's a lot of technology, spiritual technology. There's entire books I've been reading about this for years now. There's entire books about the spiritual technology that they understood and utilized. So he and those other people that participated in these acts, they've understood the power in that technology long before, much like we've forgotten it, right? Because we've been told it's bad. We've been told it's evil. We've been told because it's not Christian, it's not right, when whatever. So I believe they just used it for their own good. Oh, the list is the flight logs we were talking about. We were talking about the flight logs on the Lolita Express, which is what they called Epstein's private jet. Yep, she was on there. Now, from what I understand, her husband was on there more than she was. I understand Rihanna was on there. Is on there. I've seen Rihanna's name on that list. The power of words, remember words are spells, and some of those singers. Yep. You're so sweet. Oh, you explained that to her, really. Thoughts. Exactly, Shiny. Thoughts. Hermes Trismegistus. So, so there's a lot, like, I mean, guys, when I, let me open. I think I have talked about this. I have talked about this before, Teresa, about how Bay was just, you could tell the difference. There's an HBO special. I don't remember when. Ooh. How is there a pinned message? Y'all, oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing. He not only was an alchemist, he was the alchemist. He is the father, if you will, of alchemy. He is the author of the Hermetic Principles. If you guys go, I have a whole, on my YouTube channel, I have this 7, I think it's just the number 7 Hermetic Principles playlist, because I taught on that in depth on the Sunday Soul podcast. Yes, the Emerald Tablets. If you You can buy them at any bookstore, any Amazon, anything. Yep, you can download them as a PDF as well. This is the other thing that I'm seeing, Anunnaki. This is the other thing that I'm studying is, we've been told like the Anunnaki were terrible and all of this stuff. There's a lot of things that we've been told we're bad and we're wrong and we're evil and we're shadow. Like every time you hear somebody reference a reptilian as far as a star race, it's always, oh, that's evil. There's not, all reptilians aren't bad. There's a reason why your Kundalini is represented by two snakes. Like, there's a reason in shamanism, that the snake is a very powerful animal symbol because she teaches us to shed our skin and become and rejuvenate and become new and be close and in touch with the earth. So not all reptiles are bad. Just like not all Palladians are fucking blonde hair and blue eyed. I'm so tired. That just burns me. I'm gonna get to this in just a second. That burns me to no end that, like, if you look at, okay, I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. If you look at the symbolism in Christianity, and I'm gonna pick on Christianity because, I'm ordained in it, so I can do that. If you look at that symbolism and then go back, and you can even go back to Egyptian or Kemetic, whatever you want to call it, spirituality, and you're going to find the stories. You're going to find everything lines up. It's the same. It's the same. So, like, it's stolen. Ooh, I just said that. Okay. Ooh, yep, you and your feelings. I'm gonna get there. Have I heard about the planet Saturn and Satan connection with the hexagon storm on Saturn? Well, the hexagon and a pentagram are two separate things. I know some people have tried to say that Saturn is symbolic of Satan. I don't know that I necessarily believe that, but I would have to look into this a little bit more. Also, a pentagram itself, interestingly enough, is actually a powerful symbol. It's a powerful sacred geometric symbol, and it represents change, and it does represent a little bit of chaos, but there's such a thing as chaos magic. Out of chaos comes order. And out of chaos comes change and transformation. So it's interesting again how things can be twisted, right? So we don't tie ourselves into that. Let me tell you something. Shapeshifters, do you realize that some people, perfect example, there are sometimes I'll be talking to somebody and like on a Zoom, or I'll be here, or I'll have recorded a video, and people will be like, you were glowing, or you looked totally different, or your voice changed. It's kind of the same thing. Yes, not all Vikings were bad. I love Norse mythology. I love Norse mythology. But you know that. Yep, we are their Anunnaki mini-me's. Correct, but people conflate like the reptilians and the Anunnaki, and they're like, oh, they're bad. Like everything, like I have a really cute like Hathor statue, and oh my god, right? Or you see statues of Ra, or Set, or some of the other Egyptian gods, and they're dark. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's evil because it's like a jackal head or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, we've been told all that stuff is bad, and it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Juju is spiritual. You darn skippy. Nope. Actually, most of Christianity and actually a lot of the Norse and Celtic mythologies, belief systems came from Egyptians. And that came from Sumerians as well. Like Christmas, yes, is Viking, Germanic, and then there's also like pagan. There's other like pagan, right? But even a lot of that celebration of nature and things came from further from the motherland of all. So current Christianity, even Easter is not. I don't know if Easter's Norse as well, but I know Easter itself is pagan, not Jewish. Celebration of nature. Yes, they came from many more ancient texts. There's like 13 other messianic figures that all rose from the grave. No, I'm not saying you are, honey. I hope nobody was saying that you are. I love the fact that you're talking about it. Now, I've been researching it a lot lately too. Who's shape-shifting? It was shape-shifter funny. Okay, I was looking to see. Oh my goodness, Rosie. Rosie's telling all her family, she's spilling all her family tea tonight. Yeah, my mom's side, like, tried to obliterate my dad's side and wipe them off the face of the earth and just did not intend for their, like, lineage to ever continue on. Just so you know. I have this fight going on in my DNA all the time. Yes, the lights. Yes, exactly. Oh, Mr. David Icke. I used to not be down with David Icke. I used to not be down with David Icke. Now, I'm not going to say I'm all the way down with David Icke. I'll listen to him. I think that he's undergone some changes. And maybe some revelations. My jury's still out. I'll put it to you like this. I am down with I don't have really any like major thoughts about anybody as long as they are not selling a false hope or they're switching up the game, like they're switching up. Let me put it like this. I'm down with anybody as long as what I'm not down with is when I hear people basically saying that the only way things are going to change is if the Christians rise up and yada 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 yada. Or when there's no room for anybody except for one religious belief. Or when I hear people that are supposed to be, that are in the spiritual community that are saying that, there's certain things people are not going to be able to do if they've had the juice injected into their bloodstream. Like there's a lot of stuff going on, right? That's said, and I'm like, that's just not cool. So David Icke has come a long way with me. I was not cool with him, but he's come a long way with me. Yep, Astara. Yep, Astara. Babylon had Easter. Thank you. Lucia is the pagan festival of lights. There you go. At the solstice. Yep. And there was I feel like there was some Celtic, but the Celtics are pretty much kissing cousins of the Vikings, aren't they? I mean, if they're not, please don't send the Vikings over here. Tell Thor and them chill out. But yeah, I'm just wondering, Rosie, if the Celtics are kind of cousins to the Vikings. Did he? Okay. Yeah. Like, but there was a while there because I really wasn't listening to him back in like a long time ago. But there was this stretch here where he was saying some stuff that I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, it was just weird. It was just a little too far out there for me, but maybe he was going through an awakening. Maybe I didn't understand. Yep, they sure did, because he's going around on everybody else's channel. You know where you can catch him now? Like, he just did a full-length interview on the Inspired YouTube channel. He just did one there. I think he's on Rumble. He might be on Odyssey, too. Go ahead. Well, we pretty much have that right now, don't we? We're close. You know, I don't know. It's crazy. Hey, Desiree, let's see here. Do all natives belong to the same planet, or do they come from different corners of the universe? Do all natives, by that I'm assuming you mean indigenous people, melanated people? No, we do not all belong to the same planet. If that's what you mean. We do not all belong to the same planet. Definitely not. Celts come from Druid, so in a way very similar. Okay, thank you. Similar celebration. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure, because I know it's very like, yeah. Irish music, something makes me dislike? Really? But the drums and horns of the Vikings, well, maybe you didn't have a good run-in with the Irish. Gaia is a good resource for alternative opinions. We are actually, next year, I'm starting to put this together. Next year, I'm very close to it now, of launching our television network. I've been talking about it for a while. I've had to think about things, and there's some other things that we're getting done. But we're very close to that. And so people that are a part of the academy, in certain levels of the academy, we're going to go to those folks first to, have programming and stuff. And then we're going to start also like expanding out and getting more people. So I'm really excited about that. Hey, Oliver. He posted Billy Carson. Oh, I didn't know that. Awesome. So we're going to be doing that. There's a lot of my friends that I know really want to put out stuff even that goes even a little bit further. Gaia's gotten better, a lot better. But we really want to like talk and put out some real alchemy, and we want to be able to talk about like the connection between what's going on in spirituality and in the um an ascension, and how that's actually affecting the political climate, and how that's just affecting globalism, like, on a whole. Because if you think about it, the more we're awakening and the more we're raising vibration, the harder the other side's fighting to keep fear and control going. And that paradigm and that, that dimensional reality, a reality, right? They're fighting to keep the matrix together as much as we're all just kind of like busting out and like, no, we're unplugging and we're, doing our own thing. We're going to create our own matrix. So it's really interesting. It's really, really super, super interesting. How that just by our very existence, we're actually being a catalyst and being a thorn in like the dark side. That was, dear. Yeah. Yeah. I had a feeling like, but we'll talk about it, Miss Rosie. So it's really important, I think, for us to be able to have like independent, like YouTube is one thing, but independent thought and spirituality that's not going to be confined by and constrained by a concern for how everybody's like viewing it, right? Like, or we just have like, there's so many of us that have like this very quantum perspective, very, very inclusive. I just discovered Greg Braden, like, I think it was like a month ago. Like, he came up my YouTube feed. Oh my gosh. I really love that man. Oh, okay. Been watching the global warming. Okay, can we talk about global warming? Can we talk about global warming? You guys see, these are all channels that I watch. Well, I want you to go to Suspicious Observers. That is a YouTube channel. Suspicious Observers. And then go, that man and his team gets rid of the global warming myth. You need to be more worried about solar flares, plasma, the CME plasma injections, and the changing of the magnetic field on Earth. Can you explain the 12 percenters in history? What do you want explained about the 12 percenters, the empaths? Oops. I have not heard of, I've heard the name, but I've never heard him speak, Bruce Lipton. Even Paul had a thorn. Even Paul had a thorn, Rosie. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. Well, no, I mean, I don't know that I've heard of the 12 percenters and the empaths. I can tell you what's interesting is that we've been all, well, there's the 144,000 thing. I think that there are 3 sets of 144,000, because 144,000 comes up to 432. 432. Wait, yes, 3. 144,000 times 3 is 432. 432 hertz is the healing hertz frequency. Like if you go and type in 432 hertz right now, it heals the body. It's like the heart frequency is like the perfect healing frequency. And it helps balance chakras and it helps like rid your body of all negative energy. I think that there's 344,000. Just saying, that's a thing. So y'all heard it here. Because we've been like trying to figure that out. And the reason where I got that from was from Dendera, which is the temple of Hathor, Egyptian goddess, mother goddess, that was also conflated with Isis, not Isis. Isis is everything is as it is. She used dodecahedrons in her temple. I have some. I should bring them over here. Anyway, and then she would use 3 of them, and that would create this heart frequency. Have you seen the earthquake guy? I can't remember his name, but he predicted the Palma volcano. Is that the Suspicious Observers guy? Who wrote Bruce Lipton? I know I've heard his name. Oh God, I'm gonna learn. This is new. Like I could never pen in Restream before. This is weird. Epigenetics. Y'all, now you all got me reading some new stuff. I'll have to grab that for over the holiday season while I'm chilling this upcoming weekend because I will be taking some time off. I had a thought. Remember how that's how I heard that. I heard that it was 144,000 lined up at the border, 144,000 troops. Yes, solfeggio tones. I never say that. Y'all gonna give me a lot to study. They changed recording music from 432 to 440 in the 50s, not 60s. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Just like they changed the 808 to something else. I remember I saw Kanye talking about that, and when I was talking about when I was investigating the Astro World thing. I didn't even think about that either because I try not to pay attention. CJD. What else we got going here? Yeah, let me know, Rosie, because I thought it was the a suspicious observer guy will be able to tell you about the earthquakes and disaster cycles as a result of the sun and the other things that he's studied that he's done. I don't know who he is. Who's Manly P. Hall? I feel like I'm sheltered. Only classical music is at 432 hertz. That's why I love you guys. I mean, I played the violin. I love classical music. I absolutely love classical music. Absolutely love it. Very. While I'm playing like weird hip hop in the background today because I'm over it. That's not hip hop. I don't know what they're thinking. Hold on, let me change this to your music. What we got for the lounge? You played the viola. I always wanted to play the cello. Yeah. I used to love to play. I'd play my violin for forever. Oh, the solar flares are very much most definitely affecting us. Like if you watch, if you like pay attention to I'm paying attention to them now on a daily, the solar flares, the solar winds, when we have the plasma that come in, like the CME injections, the coronal something, ejections, and then we get like this like plasma that hits our system, and it keeps, it's changing the magnetic field. Well, first of all, the earth is wobbly, right? So we're moving, and so the magnetic field is changing, which makes sense, because if our frequency is raising and our vibration is raising, then we, as a whole, right, or as a good chunk of us, um we need to be able to not only absorb but utilize higher frequency energy. So when we've been talking about these like DNA activations, I believe that the DNA activations are as a result that some of us can absorb this magnetic energy, this electromagnetic energy, and it's being used to activate our codes. Also, the more intense the sunlight is, that also activates DNA codes. It activates the DNA. Let's just put it that way. Actually, it's the thinning of the ozone layer. It is a concern. However, it's not going to be as concerning if your body is capable and transfigured into being able to handle higher frequency. Remember, everything is frequency. Light is a frequency as well. Photons, right? Light is a frequency as well. So as you can handle higher vibrations, you too will be able to handle higher frequency, more intense sun. I love it too. It's beautiful. Ooh, y'all. We've been out here 2 hours talking shit. I'm sorry if my cussing offends anybody. It's late. It's really not that late, but I'm tired. That's really why I got on here, because I was tired. Y'all, the full moon messes with this moon child. The full moon really messes with me. It exhausts me. It exhausts me. And then it's really moody right now because it's squaring dang on Neptune, and the sun squaring Neptune, and to artificial light. Yeah, me too. Yeah, a lot of people don't pay attention. You see a lot of stuff in the sky. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you guys hanging out. This full moon is strong, girl. It's already going on. It's already happening, Captain. It's happening. It's happening. Like, it's just going to be at its strongest. It's going to be at its strongest tomorrow night at 8. What did I tell y'all? Let me stop lying. 8:35 Central. So 9:35 tomorrow night. 9:35 Eastern. 7:35 Mountain, and 6:35 Pacific. So tomorrow night I will be on. I think we'll do our meditation live tomorrow night at 8:35, and then tomorrow morning, actually, I'm gonna get out of bed early. What time my meeting start? Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna be on early tomorrow morning. I'm gonna put the thing up tonight. I'll put some cards to talk about the astrology tomorrow. And then tomorrow night at 8:35, we'll start meditating probably I'll probably start the live about 8:15-ish to let folks get in here, but we're gonna start meditating pretty quick, maybe 8:20. We're gonna meditate live together tomorrow night. So y'all get ready for that. Jupiter, to an extent. Well, because it's coming in, like, it's about to transit into Pisces. It's gonna be at 28 degrees Aquarius tomorrow, so it's about to come in. That's gonna be fun. Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces, a blast. So you guys, for the next like little while here, while Jupiter is in Pisces, like this is like it's like when dreams come true. Like this is the most amazing time. I can't wait for Pisces season, for the Sun and Jupiter and Neptune to be in will it be there by that point? I think it's going to go into retrograde again. Anyway, but I can't wait for that. It's going to be fabulous. Like that's going to be like dream come true. So if you're like getting ready to start your own business or getting ready to do something big, like why do you think I'm doing big stuff in 2022? Honey, I am taking the full advantage of Jupiter in darn Pisces next year. You all got to ride with the energy. Jupiter's my favorite planet. Well, next to the moon. Ugh, snow. Gross. Yes, you will. So next year, y'all. Now, now I'm back to Happy Lisa. Happy Lisa came out. We'll drink a little more. Late February, early March, I'm planning on having an in-person event in Florida. In-person event. Yes, ride the wave, Spirit. Ride the wave, child. Cheers, Rosie. I'll be up in northern Wisconsin then for Christmas Eve. In-person event, but I'm gonna do it hybrid. So if you can't make it to Florida, we'll do it virtual as well. So I'm getting all that together. And so it'll be like a 3 or 4 day event that we're gonna have, and it's gonna be very shamanic in nature. You know, it's gonna be kind of like getting in touch with the elementals. So amazing. So be sure. I'll come up there. I'm coming to New Jersey. I ain't coming to New York. You better carry your behind up there to Durham, New Jersey. I'm not coming to New York City. I'm not coming to New York City. Mother truckers is crazy. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Because if I go to Miami, y'all is going to be partying. Y'all be like, I thought we were here for a spiritual retreat. And we all down on the darn beach, acting a fool. Acting a plum lily fool. Won't be none spiritual, nothing high vibrational. I be done so listen. Whistler in the summer. What is y'all jab rules? Listen. We be clubbing, drinking. I have my door knockers on. Child, it'd be a mess. It'd be a mess. You know what? When y'all get y'all jab things together, I'll be up there. I'm still be kicking back. That's something to be there for 4 days, 4 or 5 days, so I can have some time to go to the beach. Aw, that'd be fun. Next summer. Girl, I can't do no more during stilettos. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. My feet is like I used to when I was in my 20s. Okay, I'm there. Vancouver, is that what you're trying to say? As I said, I'm not doing it till March. I'll get some dates together first thing in the year. Listen, when I lose a few pounds, then yes. Patches. Listen, I look cute in some chunky heels. Mama's feet do hurt. Let me tell you something. I used to step around. I used to stomp, but that's right. It's all about comfort now. At some point, it's all about the comfort. I used to stomp. I used to walk all around downtown Chicago in 3-inch heels, 3.5-inch heels, from the L station to the job, all around downtown. It was nothing. I love my heels, but I know that me and stilettos ain't gonna go. Now, what I will say though is when I put on some heels, like if you really want to get some good core exercises in, go on and dance your tail off in some heels in the privacy of your own home platform. See, this the girl after my own heart, right? Yeah, because of the cushion. You got that right. And Teresa, I'm not old enough to be doing no during Dr. Shows. All right now, in our 50s gang. But that is you want to get a good core workout, baby. Put them heels on and go on and do your little dance. Do your little dance. Like tomorrow night, I'm sure like Leo King is gonna have his spiritual dance music on. I don't know how spiritual it is, but he plays some house music, child, from back in the day. My God. Who got a she got a stripper pole in her house. But it's only for exercise. You- Y'all don't stop. What's going on? Listen, and my daughter in heart is about to start doing that. What is that? Body sculpting. Who got chairs and lap dances? Yes, child. Listen, your man will be happy too when you get one, or your woman, whatever floats your boat. It is the best workout ever. Red Charity, listen, whatever exercise it is, whatever, I'm telling you, that's fine. That's fine. Listen, nothing wrong. Do what you do. Do what you do. Oh, I see what's going on here. Oh no, I lost all my chat. Hold on, guys. I gotta go to my channel. Okay, good. I got it. Okay. The porn Boston came because we was talking about during stripper poles. Yeah. You know what? Rosie, see, that's not nice. I came to balance. Oh no, honey. Oh, we gonna have a good time. We gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Ooh. See, that's why we can't go to Miami. That's why we cannot go to Miami. All of us messing around like that. Girl, that'd be terrible. Ooh, child. Oh no, I'm coming to Florida. I love Fort Lauderdale. I love Fort Lauderdale. I love Fort Lauderdale. I'll be down there. We cannot go to Miami. I cannot chaperone y'all. I cannot chaperone y'all down there. Can't do it. Y'all's a mess. Next thing I know, it'll be all over the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the Twitters, all the craziness that we being done down there. Oh my gosh, guys. All right, honey, I gotta go too, child. We're gonna get out of here. The fun we would have, I know we would have too much fun. Holy cannolis. I'm participating in something tomorrow where I'm interviewing a bunch of people. And I have to decide who I want to interview. Okay, honey. All right, guys. Let me get on out of here. We've been on here 2 hours. We've been talking a bunch of ish. We're gonna do this. Remember, we used to do the Spirit After Dark. I'm gonna start doing Friday nights again, and we're gonna do a members live. I think next week. We'll do a members live next week, and members only live. Ooh, gang! It's been fun, y'all. This is a good time. This is a really good time. I love y'all. I will see y'all in the morning if you're up early. And early I'm talking about I'll be on about 9 my time, 9 central, and we'll pull some cards for the full moon. And then don't forget, if you haven't gone and got your what you call it yet, your crystal grid. I did create the crystal grid. Let me show y'all. Go to if you're on my mailing list, you would have gotten it today. But go, you guys, if you have not yet gone and gotten your crystal grid, I think you guys should have everything that you need in order to make this grid. So you'll need your clear quartz in the middle, your amethyst, some citrine, some rose quartz, some rhodonite, and some black tourmaline. I've got the explanation of everything here, and then all the crystals you'll need. So don't forget to head on over there and grab that on the website, heartofinspiration.net, okay? And then, like I said, we're going to do a members only live here very, very soon. All right, guys? All right, gang. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys. Go get you some rest, honeys. Get you some rest. Okay, and we will see y'all in the morning, and then we'll see y'all at night. We're gonna meditate and we're gonna have fun because we're gonna travel tomorrow night. We're gonna have a good time. All right, gang. All right, I love you guys. Namaste. Bye bye.